All right, webheads, as we continue through my Spider-Man collection, you're going to witness some books that made me truly fall in love with the character of Spider-Man. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always helping you make decisions of what comic books to buy. But today, guys, I'm going to be continuing my series of showing off my entire Spider-Man collection. That's right, guys, not just Amazing Spider-Man, but we're going through all of it. Amazing, Web, Spectacular, Peter Parker, Spectacular, random Spider-Man books. Whatever I can come across, I'm going to show you. And I guess we can label this part 4. And this time around, we're going to be showing off some of the books that I really got into reading the character. Todd McFarlane, I fell in love with his books when I was younger because of that art style, right? But here is where the stories really did it for me, and also that artwork done by Erik Larsen. And now you'll understand why I have such a fine appreciation for Erik Larsen's artwork and why I follow Savage Dragon, and I guess you can consider the Ant up until today, right? All right, so let's dive into this bad boy. So the last book that we left off was issue 329, I think it was, when it comes to Spider-Man. And now we're going to dive into some of Larsen's work here. And this is issue 330. This is his early days on the character. Here we get to see him teaming up with Punisher. Really awesome, man. You got all this bullet holes in the background. The detail that went into that is great. And what I loved about Larsen's work is that just the dynamic poses that he put on Spider-Man. Yeah, it may not be realistic, but you got to give him that feel of like he's a spider, right? All right, then we have issue 332. This is where we have Venom on the cover, and he's doing battle against Spider-Man. So that's a really cool cover. He says, "Kiss your Aunt May goodbye, Spider-Man. You're gonna die." And I love when they did all this stuff in the little corner boxes right there. So that was really cool. All right. And then this was the first Venom comic book I bought, and this one is issue 333. This was on the spinner rack, and I remember seeing this and I was like, wow, look at that art. And then I'm like, who is the black like looking Spider-Man on there? This was the issue that triggered me to go down that Venom rabbit hole and try to find out who that character was. I thought he looked so cool, man. And he's like, out of the way, my way, losers. Spider-Man is mine. So I really dug that cover. And then this is it. This is where I was hooked from this point out. Because Amazing Spider-Man, I think, started coming out twice a month. And you can see that right here. Twice a month. This is where it's the return of the Sinister Six. This is the first part of that story. Here you get to see Dr. Octopus in this doorway going after, I guess, or going with Electro here. So twice a month, I'm like, dude, Spider-Man twice a month? I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Who would have thought that we'd still doing that today? And now they're doing it like literally every week, right? Then we got issue 335 as it continues that story. My gosh, I need to rebag and board these comic books. They're so bad. Like, look at this. This board doesn't even fit it. It's like cut and everything. But the comics are itself, they're just in really good shape. I mean, I've read them quite a few times, but I've always read them and just put them right away, you know. This one is issue 336, where we have the Vulture. Someone dies in this issue, and look who you got. You got Chance back on there. Erik Larsen continues the artwork in there. Draws a little Mysterio in the corner box. Those are all the direct editions, right? And then we have this issue here, 330, should be 337. Love this cover. You got Hobgoblin on there, right? He looks so evil. Loved all the characters' facial expressions. That's what I loved when Erik Larsen was on his run of Amazing Spider-Man. He just gave them so much character, fit the time of comic books. Look at this issue, 338. Here we get to see him doing battle against them all. It's called the Battle Royale, right? Wrestling term, obviously. Really cool cover. One of my favorite covers when it comes to Spider-Man doing battle against Doc Ock. And Doc Ock at this point, like, wore this 3-piece suit. Like, he was, like, not wearing that green and yellow crap. I like those days of Doc Ock, right? So here we got that one right there. Makes him look really menacing. I mean, again, great Erik Larsen cover art right there, right? Then we got this book. I remember this one. And at the time, for some reason, they had this kick of drawing Spider-Man with not blue and red, but black and red. So, and he's going against the female Fatales. So I thought those characters were interesting. And then Spidey loses his powers. So this is a story arc called Powerless. And then he's doing battle against the Tarantula. See, again, we have that red and black suit there. And then here was 342. This is when Black Cat really enters my life for the first time. I just loved her. And then she's also in that, Spider-Man animated series as well. And loved how he's doing battle against Scorpion here. And Larsen did a great Scorpion as well. So awesome stuff. Love the Mary Jane corner box there too. So awesome stuff. Another wonderful cover right here. He's going against everybody in 343. Love the yellow backgrounds. Gotta appreciate that cover art. Here is 344. We have the first appearance of Cardiac, I think, right? I think that's what it is. And I think, is this like when Cletus Kasady? I don't know if this is the issue where you get that first appearance of Cletus Kasady. I could be completely off on that. But this is definitely the first appearance of Cardiac. Love this cover. I mean, I absolutely love this cover. And I think this is the first, I don't remember if this is the first time I saw Boomerang or if this is his first appearance in the Spider-Man comics, but so awesome. And here you get to see how Larsen is changing and how dramatic he's making Venom at this point now. Okay? But that is an awesome cover. Like, look at how in-your-face Spider-Man is there. So cool. And then this is it. This is when, Venom is all disgusting and the tongue comes out really for the first time. We've all seen this cover, whether it's on the comic book or the shirts. This is issue 346. So good. It just reminds you almost of this right here, except Spider-Man's looking at him. That's so cool, man. And then we've seen this. I have 2 covers of this, actually. Is this real? I have 2 books of this. I never even knew this. All right, so I have... No, this is the reprint. I thought I had a reprint. So this is the reprint of issue 347. I can totally see how people get these confused. I had to look at the price here, right? So that's the reprint of 347. And then here is the real issue of 347. But we've all seen this cover before. You've had to. Like, look at the overextended jaw on Venom, drooling out that green ooze from his mouth. So awesome, right? Another nice looking cover here. This is 348. Erik Larsen has Spider-Man, web swinging, and then you get to see all the Avengers. And you even get to see Sandman being a good guy here. You get to see Jennifer Walters and Quasar, Thor. Really nice cover. And then we have 349, where we have, which I think is Doom in the book, and he's doing fighting against Black Fox. Then we have the all-important, for some reason I thought this issue was going to be worth so much money because it was the 350th issue, but it's still a pretty cool comic book cover as we get to see Spider-Man in his dynamic pose, and you get to see Dr. Doom in there, and of course MJ in the box right there too. So cool, still a cool issue to have. 351, we have Spidey doesn't have his cosmic powers to do battle against the Tri-Sentinel. And he's fighting with Nova. So that's pretty cool. So this one is done by Mark Bagley. So Bagley is starting to enter the picture now at this point when it comes to Spider-Man, right? So we have 352. Another Bagley artwork here. Again, Nova and Spider-Man on there. Basic background with just the blue. And then we have 353, where we have Spider-Man teaming up with Darkhawk and the Punisher. That's cool. And this called the Round Robin, the Sidekick's Revenge, Part 1 to 6. So it kicks off that story arc. And then here we have 354. And I think why this book existed at the time, why these characters were in the Amazing Spider-Man book, is that they were pushing these characters because the New Warriors comic was brand new at the time. And that's what Mark Bagley did, was the New Warriors comic book. So that's why these characters are in here. Nice cover art as well. And then you have 355. And look who's in there. Moon Knight. Right? That's pretty awesome. 356. Still on sale twice a month. Moon Knight's in this issue with Nova, Punisher, what the heck is his? Night Thrasher and Moon Knight. And then this continues the story with 357. And 358. And then 359. I think this has something to do with, obviously, like Cletus Cassidy and Carnage symbiote. So Bagley does the artwork on this one. And then the last book I'm going to show you for today is Amazing Spider-Man issue 360. The issue right before Amazing Spider-Man issue 361 that features the full appearance of Carnage for the first time. So there you guys have it. There is the next part to my Spider-Man series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all those books. I love going through this collection and just reliving those memories as a child. And I have read every single one of those books at one point at another. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell. Of course, I'll leave you the playlist here so you can watch all the previous parts if you have not watched it yet. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, please read your comics. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.